Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's star time.
Friday, July 7th, and we're talking about things out there.
Oh,
Yes.
what?
Yes, girl. That's unique.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's unique. That's unique.
Yes! No! Wait.
Queens is in the building, y'all.
Yo, Moochie, can I get that theory, please? Let me get that theory. You know what I mean? I need that theory right now. I don't need it tomorrow. I don't need it Wednesday. I don't need it Friday. I need that theory right now.
You know, black girls don't really have to do stuff like that. What we gotta do is take naps and moisturize. And we pretty much good to go.
Right.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing this evening? What is good, y'all? So we are here to talk about Godfather of Harlem. You know, I just heard my friend get off the train and she's walking up the block and ringing my bell. Ting tong. What's up, Tamika?
Hey everybody, what's going on, Moochie?
Hi. So, you know, we talking about Godfather of Harlem. What was your thoughts on the episode?
I liked it. Minus Godfather of Harlem never missing. Not enough people be talking about it, so I always enjoy it. But the part that I was like, well, they could have left that out. Okay. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I did feel kind of lost at the very beginning where I was like, wait, did I miss something? Because I know we had the week break.
Yeah, I think that was awesome how they did that though, because it was like a whole transition because they took that week break. And I hear somebody ringing the bell and they blasting Kendrick Lamar because they was at that concert having a good old time. I hear her blasting the music in the background. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off.
Okay.
They not like us. They not like us. I'm back.
Okay, look, we gotta when we wind down at the end, I want you to give us a little feeling about the concert. I want to say that.
Oh, okay. I'm sick, y'all, but I'm back and I'm here to get into it. Yes, I love my voice there. I'll tell y'all all about it.
I know.
I gotta post pictures too. I'll tell y'all.
She might. Don't be surprised if she gonna do an after party tonight to show us her pictures and stuff like that, and just shoot the itch. So I'll let her get her time and get her shine. Right? So what's your thoughts on the episode, boo?
Hey everybody in the chat, Miss T, Tara, hi, Miss Shonda, how y'all doing? And how y'all ladies doing? I miss y'all. I ain't talked to y'all in about a week, a couple days. I just finished watching it because there's just been so much going on today. But so I didn't get a chance to watch it, before. But I just finished it like 1 second ago. There we see how Frank and Bumpy is not, I guess, going to be start working together. But it was a good episode. Mamie is on my last nerve. I said this the last couple episodes.
I think everybody's gonna have a rant about Mamie this episode.
Yeah, if we go back and listen to our old ones we just did, I said in them old ones that the other episodes that I'm sick of Mamie trying to kiss up to these white women's butt. I'm sick of this with her. Even Margaret is seeing it.
Yeah.
Margaret's smarter than her.
Margaret like this right now. Margaret's like, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. That's where Margaret is right now.
And why they throw Fat Joe up in here? How he get up in here? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo, me and Tamika was talking about the same thing. I got us. Look, don't.
Yeah,
look,
I've let you hosting it this time. I'm gonna just sit back.
Take them sneakers off and put them under your chest and put your feet up, and then you going
get
your
kick off my slides.
So we could talk about Drake on the after party. I mean, not Drake, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, ain't nobody talking about Drake. Ain't nobody thinking about him.
Ain't nobody thinking about him. That's why he messed. Look, we'll talk. I'm getting sidetracked, y'all.
No, go ahead.
I thought I was sharing my screen already.
Oh, I hear the cops.
That ain't me though.
Run.
Are you? Look, some of my pictures is missing.
Oh, you know that happens to me all the time.
All right. This is all we got. Look, I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. We playing Russian roulette, but
we're gonna do what we do. We watched the episode, so we can talk about it.
You know what? But I got a reel, so we're gonna show that first, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, and homegirl.
Nothing's working tonight.
Oh,
hold on. I might have to go out and come back in.
Okay, we'll hold it down.
I won't. Oh, okay. Are you? It won't let me.
Oh, there we go. All right. What's going on, Tamika?
I'm hanging in there, girl. I ain't been feeling too hot myself, but I'm still here.
I'm not feeling good. Look, when I left to go to Vegas, I left here with a cold, and it came back, worse. So I had to go to urgent care today and get some antibiotics and all that. But I'm hanging in there. I ain't gonna let it get me down, even though I'm gonna crawl in this bed once we get off this thing. All right, I ain't gonna let it get me down.
Let me.
Yes, Mrs. T. Rest in peace.
I was trying to see if I could fix the pictures real fast, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. I ain't that fast.
Well, we know this is not the real story of the chinchilla coat, but I like how they introduced it in here, though.
I did. I liked how they brought that part of the coat in. I thought that was cool. Did you see how he zipped through the line? That brought a lot of attention to him. Look, now it's acting like it want to try to come up. Anyway, that caused a lot of problems with him walking past all those people, what kind of people, and going in that club, even though it's owned by a black man. Isn't that crazy? You don't know who he was. That could have been his son.
Right.
But he did make it obvious when he paid the 2 yards. I'm just saying.
Dang.
So what was y'all take of him doing that peacock strut, coming in there on the night of Bumpy's opening? And leave out the Fat Joe part. He needs a special segment.
Well, like I said, we know this is not the real true story about what happened with that coat, but they added it in there because it's similar because he was this story. I mean, this what they did here coming into the club is still similar to what he did when he wore in real life when he wore the coat to the fight. That big heavyweight fight, and then he put a lot of tension on him. That's my point I'm getting at. He put a lot of tension on him, and from that point on, they, everybody was in his face about it. Who the hell is he? And a lot of people didn't know who he was.
Exactly.
It was that damn coat. So I think that was the point they was making with the coat.
Yeah, same thing, same situation.
They just changed it up. Yeah.
Any thoughts, Tamika?
No, I agree pretty much. Like I said, when the episode first started, I was like, well, wait a minute, the place is up and he coming through, moving on up, looking all flashy. I kind of felt like, did I miss something? And I was like, no, we had a break from the episode. So I said, okay, we jumping right into it. Everybody looking like they doing their thing at this point.
Yeah, I guess in that break, Tamika, we had they got the club up. Yeah. Oh, StreamYard really acting too. And that's
they had a message up saying they was having some kind of problem when I went to connect my thing earlier.
I was messing with it all afternoon. That's why I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Oh no. So, it won't even let you share your screen.
Know if it might be affecting that.
I'm trying to share it now. Hold on.
Okay. Well, we can still talk about whatever happened after that.
Let's talk about it. I'm good. All right. So now all of the pictures came up. I had to go out and come back in with everything. I think it was something on my end. Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, they said it was 3 months later. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's move that. So yeah, what was y'all take on this when he was like, I don't know what kind of coat it is. It's a chinchilla. He said that's a rodent.
Yeah, that made me laugh.
It made him realize how stupid he looked.
And he was just being over the top and flashy, and it made him almost look like a pimp, almost. You know what I mean? So
it did. It did.
Because nobody else in there was dressed like that.
I ain't go back into this. Don't worry. Look, what y'all thought of these broads? Now we gonna talk about. Do y'all want to talk about it in the whole and get it over with, or just go scene for scene? How y'all want to do this?
Oh, they get on my nerve.
Don't matter.
Well, let's talk about this fool first. He seemed out of place here, y'all. To me, it put a Did it look like he seemed like he didn't belong here? I feel like we stepped into 2025 when we saw
because the shirt he had on looked like something he would wear now. Yeah, it didn't look like something from 1968 or 65 or wherever year we at.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
that part brought the episode down for me a little bit. I was like, first of all, what is Fat Joe doing here? Then I said, we not even gonna make him look like he a part of the damn era. Like, we just threw him in here. He looked like he came from the future. I was gonna text y'all about it. That annoyed me so much.
Exactly. I thought the same thing. I said that shirt looked like something he just went on board right now. So he could at least put a suit on him. They could at least put a suit and like a hat or something to make him look more like 1960.
All they had to do was add a leather jacket, a black leather jacket, and he would have looked like he belonged there. This right here,
a trench coat or something.
Yeah,
he looked like he don't even belong there. Like, what the heck?
And he got the Beijing in his beard. They wasn't doing that back in the 60s.
No,
nobody was wearing
a bald-headed dude.
Put an afro on him or something. You know what I'm saying?
Because I said bald.
Yeah, he could have took my afro wig.
Right,
sure.
That's right.
Take my afro wig right now and had to.
Look, the Shay said, "Why don't Fat Joe stop bothering us?"
Wait, who said that?
This Shay.
She said, "Oh, good."
Yeah, that was the only part that I didn't like. And I mean, it was a quick part. It didn't last long, thank God, but it still annoyed me.
Yeah, he ain't like he got a regular part in here. Yeah.
It annoyed me.
It just didn't make sense. They just threw him in here because he's friends with Swiss Beats and all them who producer the show and all that. That's all I did.
Shoot, they should have had DMX in this before he passed away.
They've had his music
I could have
in
seen
here.
him doing good in here.
Oh,
I mean, they played his music in here, but yeah, but they just threw Fat Joe in it because he don't even look like 1960 anything, 60s or 70s.
Out of place.
Out of place, yeah. But why they had to get rid of Homegirl though? I mean, they thought Frank was gonna be in the car, not the girl. So.
That was crazy, and it seemed like he knew what was up the way he stopped him. I'm sorry,
he did.
He wanted to give him a warning.
Yeah, I think that was the point.
Yeah, he did.
I think they wanted to send a message, and we're gonna take your little chocolate drop out, and you're gonna go cry in a corner for a minute.
Right.
Yeah, I felt bad for her.
I was happy that he learned his lesson and proved himself to Bumpy, because he gonna teach him strategy and the way of the world. Fat Joe was a hot ass mess. Thank you.
Dang.
Thank you. She lit him up with that one. It was like moving on. So he goes back to Stella, and this guy, I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
Oh, Pino. Pino.
It was Pino, and he was talking about you strutting around like a peacock. This is why you brought attention to yourself. And that's his problem. He didn't want to listen to everybody, and he act like he know everything. What's y'all take on it? Do you think Pino had anything to do with it, or you think this was all from Columbo? Because remember, Columbo was in there that night, and he seemed like he was jealous of him because he was walking around with that damn coat.
I mean, at this point, who knows? I feel like he's been making enemies all around. It could have been either one. This is true.
See how Columbo was looking like? Why is he? Look at this. He said, "Look at this clown." That's what he called him, a clown. Yeah, well, did we talk about Mamie? And her begging these white women to get down in this club, and they telling her it's 100,000? What's y'all?
Oh yeah, look, I was sitting here talking, and I didn't know how I had it on mute. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. $100,000. They didn't have to put up no 100,000. They just want money from her. Yeah, I bet you it don't even cost that much.
No, I don't even think it was that. I think they gave her an impossible amount that they thought this ninja
that she wasn't gonna come up with it.
And sure enough, she came up with it and cash at that.
Yeah, they thought that she wasn't gonna come up with the money. Especially that lady in the green dress.
Oh, I couldn't stand neither one of them.
Yeah, I really was feeling like they was just scamming her. I also agree. I didn't think that I thought they felt like they were saying a high number that she wasn't going to be able to get. Like, I've been talking to y'all all this time. We've been having meeting after meeting, party, James Baldwin, every damn thing under the damn sun. You
never said nothing about no 100,000.
Yeah, you never mentioned this damn money.
Exactly.
I bet you it's supposed to be $100, and they threw on $100,000. And they still don't want it, like the Shay said. Even though she came up with the money, they don't want her.
No, they didn't want her. They still didn't want her. That was the crazy part.
And Stella, she just kicked him to the curb. All that he did for her. But we knew that was going to happen. Tamika talked about that.
She had to turn her back on him because it was drawing heat to her family because, and it's putting a magnifying on her. She running this and she making more money than us. That's what really pissed them off, that it was a black man and a woman and
a woman in charge.
That's
right. Absolutely.
100,000 in the 60s for club membership dudes is crazy. I know, Tika.
Right. I mean, that's like having $1 million, at that time too. So
exactly.
No, but we knew the Stella. I think Tamika talked about this maybe a couple episodes ago that at some point Stella was going to turn her back on Frank anyway. So
yeah, I remember. What y'all thought about this? I meant to get this clip. What y'all thought about this?
I knew something was going on with this. I said, don't open that door. I had a feeling. Because we ain't seen this guy since Frank moved into that apartment. Now all of a sudden you show up.
You know, and then you want to talk about you got a leaky pipe.
Listen, he said he wasn't trying to be taken out. So he just did what he was told.
Yeah, I guess I probably did the same thing. Yeah.
So now we see Columbo, and do y'all remember what was his name? I forgot his
Jonathan Pike.
Yeah, this is Pike, but Feynman sent him there to basically try to build a case. Since they know that guy, the construction guy he took out is missing. So they're gonna dig around and see what's good. And they take his permits and rip them up and put him, shut his business down. So now he got the law on him. He's highly upset. And do y'all think this came from Bumpy because Bumpy was pushing up on him? Or do you think this was just something that happened to happen just because they've been watching him since he's been out?
I think they've been watching him, and they said,
it ain't got nothing to do with Bumpy.
Up. Like, you just taking out people left and right, and you think it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think it had nothing to do with Bumpy. Bumpy trying to keep his head down and stay away from these Italians, I think.
But I think they know he's legit now because they probably been watching him, and I hope he stays on that because it seemed like Frank Lucas gonna bring him some problems, or is he? I want to see how he schools this guy. I want to see how this works out. Are they gonna bring the Doogie back in the picture, or what? What's y'all thoughts?
I'm more worried about the stuff that Elise did coming back on him. Hopefully you don't.
That's what I'm worried about. Stella looked like she wanted to make that call because she's feeling him on the low. Yeah, I saw that too. She going to meet him and stuff, and y'all know she like chocolate. What's y'all take on it?
Yeah, we've been said that. I don't know if he want her, but I know she would definitely hop right on it.
I knew this guy, that DA guy. I knew something was gonna happen to him. I mean, like mess with his kid or do something. I figured Joe wasn't gonna let that go.
Well, to me, the lawyer suggested it. What was your like? I couldn't believe he did that. It makes me think that he's working with Pike.
I don't know. I'm not sure about this lawyer, but I know that. But that district attorney guy, he gonna be dealt with. They not done with them.
No, I agree. So Margaret and Mamie are at this black arts place, and it's all black art, and she's talking about, oh, I want the other people to see this. Why? It seems like she wants to be so accepted here, and this is where she gets her reality check from her daughter. Do y'all remember what she said?
Margaret was telling her like it should be for us, by us. You know what I'm saying? Why you care about getting involved with them ladies?
Exactly.
Yeah, I love this part with them too, though, because it just shows like, first of all, she was like, Dad, when did you get so grown on me? I think she really, for the first time, was listening to what Mom was saying, because the previous times she's just kind of been like, you just still a child, but she knew what she was saying made sense, even though it's like, I don't know what it is with Mamie. is a different generation. Plus, she's so much wanting to fit in. And what Margaret was saying made complete sense. Like that same money that you trying to sit here and donate to them, why not take that and try to tell,
right,
that you want your own thing to get your black art across or whatever. You know what I mean? But anyway,
right.
at the end of the day, also, it came down to her being like, well, damn, where am I going to get this money from? And Margaret being like, well, just ask, daddy. And she's like, I don't want to have to go to him. He's tangled up with his own business. That's just getting off the ground. And one thing that I did like that she said to Margaret is make sure, like, that you could be anything you want to be when you grow up and that you don't have to depend on a man to help you get it. Because when it's all said and done, she doesn't have her own stuff.
No,
she don't.
No,
you're absolutely right. And Bobby tried to tell his wife the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. He did try to tell her the same thing. Well,
hey, West Coast Barbara.
Hey, moving on. So he on his own. He comes to beg Bumpy for to work for him because basically at this point he need his protection.
Yeah, and protection. Yeah, and Chance don't want food with him after what he did to Chance.
Heck no, I don't blame him. And Pettigrew, but you know what? Bumpy liked the fact that he humbled himself. And he was a man about it. He was a man coming to him like that, and he respected him. But he said, "I can't trust you." So that was that with that. And I thought he was right for that anyway because he was flip flopping.
Yeah, he did so much stuff at this point, but I definitely appreciate it because at first, Pettigrew, is it Pettigrew? Yeah, I think it was. He tried to make a joke on him, and he was like, "No, any man that comes that could kind of humble themselves, I'm always I respect that, right? We're not gonna get on him for that, but at the end of the day, you done did so much. There's no way that I could forgive that. So at this point, I still kept saying, well, how is he gonna come? You know what I mean? How's it all gonna come together? What's gonna make him change his mind?
Exactly.
Antoine said he disagree.
Okay, let me see. Okay, what's up, Antoine? I disagree because if Mamie had 100K in jewelry, she definitely had a little something.
I mean, she did, but at the same time,
but that's still her jewelry that her husband gave her. Yeah, she don't have a career job or something of her own.
I think the most important thing with this was that when she talked to her Margaret, she told her, this is something that my mother told me too. It's nothing like your own money.
It's not. Yeah.
And that's where I am like, it's nothing like your own.
And God bless the child that has his own. God bless the child that has his own. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care if my man got a whole lot of money. I'm still going to, even if I only got $5 to add to the pot, that's my $5. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep having to come to you, ask you for every little thing. I still need my own little thing,
So what's y'all take on this with him showing his son? He wants to write to him. He's proud of him. and Dad, I forgot her name.
Elise and
Alicia. Elise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's gonna help him write this letter.
Because he can't write well or something. You said, right?
Yeah, he said he's not good with writing. He really didn't know how to express himself. He didn't know what to put down on the paper.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
what y'all? His story is coming out, but their stories are kind of similar. They both ain't with their children. What was y'all?
Yeah,
y'all pick?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I thought about that when she was writing the letter. Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, and a lot of people were writing their family members and kids and whoever when they was in that Vietnam War. Because you ain't know if you're gonna see them people no more.
Exactly. Oh, excuse me. But you done gave me a cold.
I know. through the screen. I know. I ain't trying to make y'all sick.
Yeah, Mamie let her pride get in the way though. She did.
Mhm.
She did. And it's like to me, she went out her way to impress these women, and they don't like you.
And Margaret and Bumpy tried to tell her. And she burned the chicken. And you burned the chicken was black. Y'all know I have a thing about people be messing the food up on these shows, burn the eggs and the toast and the grits and all that. How you be burning up the food like that?
Look, she went to the bank.
Look at her
begging for this money. Talk about how much jewelry she got for X amount of dollars. They was like, this ain't no pawn shop, lady.
And they was like, look, your husband already in debt with us. You know what I'm saying? So, and she said, well, you need to think about, he said, I don't need to think about nothing. The answer is no.
Yeah, she looks so defeated here. And then for her to come in there with her scarf on like that. Did you see the nosy lady in the background looking?
I know. Because everybody know who she is. That's why she coming up like that. Oh, hey, Malik Wilson. No, I didn't forget that this is the 60s. A lot of women were housewives and didn't have anything, of their own. They couldn't get anything in their name. You couldn't get credit. You couldn't do nothing without your husband's name. You couldn't open up a checking account at a bank or nothing.
Yeah, so that's what we were trying to explain. Mm-hmm. And when I was explaining that, my mother came up in that era, and that's when she started telling me it's nothing like that. Mm-hmm. That's what reminded me of it. So we all it was the 60s.
It was time my mother was a housewife. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be down my fault.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Alice needs to write her own. Alicia need to write her own dad. You ain't never lied, Miss T.
She tried to, but then she ripped the paper out.
That pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
I love your profile picture. You got a new one up there, Miss T.
Hey, Miss T.
I said Mamie was straight cooning a long time ago, and no one agreed with me then. What about now? I thought she was about that.
Remember show us what we didn't say. But because we've been saying Mamie's getting. We ain't call her a raccoon now, but we did say that she was doing too much
and kissing
the butt to them people. Yeah. And she gonna put on her good silk scarf and her dark shades. You know what I'm saying? She act like she going to rob a bank or something.
When she bought the I forgot his name, but I know he's a very popular author. And when she bought that author there, and they called him a chocolate frog.
James Baldwin.
That's when she should have drew the line when James Baldwin was there.
Yeah, a chocolate frog. I mean, come on, now. That's doing.
She didn't even check her.
Yeah. And sitting there, and she doing a lot of drinking. Y'all notice Mamie doing a lot of drinking all the time.
The last 3 episodes, she was drinking a lot. You mean to tell me you drinking like that because these women wouldn't accept you?
I think she's a bored housewife.
Yeah, I don't think she knows where to fit in and what to do with herself now. Remember in the previous season, she was always with Powell and doing different things, and then the whole thing of Bumpy is your husband, Bumpy is your husband, and it kept blocking everything she was trying to do. So I really feel like she tried to find herself and fit in somewhere. That wasn't the right way to be doing it, but I get, she's basically going through depression now, I feel like.
I think she needs to form her own little black ladies group.
But and this question that the Shay get, I was thinking this. What is she going to do with this organization? So your name is on the board. Yeah. What are you really going to do? And are they going to really?
She's saying she would promote the black artists and bring black, Renaissance.
I don't believe they're going to do that.
I feel like money.
I thought she left. She didn't take them. She didn't.
I thought she left. But I'm saying she can do that on her own. I think that should be the next direction. I think her going through all of this, hopefully, I would hope, would make her say, let me do this on my own. Let me build my own, coalition and do my own thing with the artists. I'm sure Bumpy wouldn't mind helping her with that. I mean, she's trying to do it on her own, though. She really don't want to ask Bumpy. And I get that part, too.
I hope she didn't give them that $100,000.
I don't think she did.
I thought
her to use her maiden name.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
yeah.
I thought because she said when they said she couldn't use her name and she said she put her marriage on the line, that was a done deal from there.
Yeah, because they was never bringing that up before either. To be honest with y'all, I thought them people was gonna scam her. I thought they was gonna take the money from her and then be like, "Psych, your ass ain't
right.
getting it nowhere."
That's right. You ain't feeling good. But wait a minute, I want to acknowledge Mrs. T. She got married last month. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh,
That's my wedding picture from last month. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that was a good song back in the day. Congratulations.
She left because they wanted her to use her maiden name. Yeah.
Yeah, that finally pissed her off.
Yeah.
That was like the icing on the cake.
And she said I messed up. And because all her jewelry is gone and all that. So yeah, but now look, I hope she got the $100,000 and the jury. So
that way she could start the make that organization the way they was looking at them pictures.
Right.
Maybe she could do something with that.
Exactly. That's what I hope she does.
Me too. What y'all think about this? With her coming to meet him. This is when it looked like she really like him, but she can't help him. Look, I done got 2 black men killed. I don't want to get a third one taken out.
Yeah, she's a black widow.
No, because remember the what was the other guy name? The one that she was Ernie.
Yeah. He got
Ernie taken out.
Right.
Sure. And then it looked like she was gonna be with Ernie because she was like, "Look, we might as well get married." What did y'all think of this? This pissed him off.
Right. I understand that. That probably scared.
Yeah.
Like you don't know if he gonna come and try to hurt your friend. It was just to scare them. You know, that's what it was about.
He's lucky he didn't get arrested for that. I'm surprised he didn't get arrested for that. All he did was get roughed up a little bit by the cops. But I thought he was gonna get arrested for that. They already closed down his business.
Yeah, but he ain't done. Columbo ain't done.
Oh, here's where she burned the chicken.
Right. I thought she was going because Margaret kept saying "Mama the chicken," about 4, 5, 6 times. I thought she was going to turn around and yell at her or slap her or something.
She kept telling her, "Mash those potatoes." She was mad because Margaret kept telling all the business.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, she was telling all the business to her father. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was mad at her for telling.
She must have had that oven on 500 degrees for that chicken to be black like that. It was black and
no, remember Margaret was doing the mashed potatoes and she was like, "You got to put your elbow into it."
Every time she kept talking, stir them mashed potatoes.
Oh, now Columbo, a civil rights leader, we can't have nothing.
Yeah,
well,
and then
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that part is actually true. That he actually did create the Italian American Civil Rights League. I had looked it up in 1970. Columbo actually.
Okay, because I do remember that happening, but I thought it was somebody different. So I was telling Moochie like that.
Yeah, she told me that earlier. She said, "I think it was somebody else."
Story. But
no,
that's
true.
Somebody else. And said maybe they mixing the two in together. But
and that
know they had that, and
that Civil Rights League is still around to this day. That Italian Civil Rights League, yeah.
It was like Bumpy ended up saying something to him, and he was like, "You know what? You're right."
He said, "Go march on Washington."
Frank gonna bag up Stella because ultimately now she has the power to protect him with her new position. Hopefully, if he gonna play chess like Bumpy teach him.
I wonder how Chance and Pettigrew gonna feel about him coming on board though.
Okay, with her artwork in Bumpy's Club, it put me in the mind of Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboy owner, Eugenia, and how she curated all the artwork in the stadium made me can definitely start her own group. Yeah, that's what she needs. She needs to start her own group.
Yeah. Right.
Crazy Joe Gallo ended up Frank Colombo via paid hit. So do
Right.
y'all think? I'm glad you got to that,
I think
Antoine.
last week or something we talked about.
Not last week,
it was a black man who killed him.
Yeah, no, we talked about it. Not last week. The week.
It was even. I mean, a week before last.
Before the break.
Yeah.
I believe it's coming. I believe we on episode 7. And the way they looked at him at the end of that episode, Stella and everybody else, like, what the heck is he doing?
Right.
Once I put my trap.
And he got taken out at one of those Italian civil rights rallies that was going on. Like he was hosting a thing and he got taken out right in the street.
Yeah, they was getting mad at that.
Well, he didn't die initially right away. Right. He got shot or stabbed or something, and then he died like later after that. Yeah.
What y'all think of this?
Nothing. We knew this was coming.
Yeah, we knew it was. I'm surprised they ain't had by now all the way already. I'm surprised they ain't already rolling around the mattress in there. So
this porn guy. What's your thoughts? Go ahead.
He is messy. He's messy. I was just gonna say this guy's messy. What y'all think? Cause he got his nose into everything.
Yeah, but he was smart to tell him this, and that was his way back in.
Right.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, that helped him. He was like, you ain't heard it from me, but
right.
What did y'all think about him getting pulled over, y'all? What the heck?
Hey, Flex.
What the heck?
I mean, we ain't give a damn. We don't like Colombo ass anyway. He's
I liked him getting knocked around by the police. I was just saying, I liked him getting knocked around by the police.
No, we don't like Colombo, so we don't care.
You know what I was thinking of? Well, but that guy died, right? The one that was helping Bumpy before? That cop?
Wait a minute.
I'm trying to think. Did he get taken out?
Oh.
Remember the cop that was helping him before the cop when he first got arrested and they came and they was like, do y'all know who y'all picked up? And you found
that guy. Yeah, we ain't seen him since season 1 or 2 or something. Yeah, we ain't seen him for a long time.
No, we saw him at the end of season last season because he's the one that got Colombo like jammed up.
Yeah, we haven't seen him again. Okay. I don't know what happened with him.
I thought he got taken out. That's all I'm trying to
I don't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
Stella can't be out here falling for all the black dudes. Shaking my head. She gonna get kicked off the island, you know? I don't think he gonna be with her. He gonna meet that girl from Puerto Rico, the one that the beauty queen, because you know that's who he was with, Miss Puerto Rico. Oh yeah, Colombo took him out. Yeah, I knew he did. Thanks, Flex.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I couldn't remember. Yeah, it was. Remember, this show was off for almost 2 years. Right? So it's So I would have to actually go back and rewatch it to remember.
Yeah, the show was off for 2 years. Cause remember the strike and everything.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he was in season 1 or 2. He got unalived. Okay.
Yeah, and this is where he tells them that he should do the civil rights thing.
Yeah, you want to come crying to me, complaining and talking about black people got it good. If you don't get out my damn face,
you know how you gonna say they got it good?
Italians got it worse. You know what I'm saying, to anybody.
Yeah. Okay. The mob took out Joey Gallo while he was sitting in a restaurant. The mob attempted to take out Colombo, but he lived in a coma before.
But they used a black man to try to take him out, and he didn't actually die, and he ended up dying in a coma like years later. So, but at least they got him
to do this.
They didn't take him out all the way, but at least they was able to shut him down because once he in that coma, he can't do no more damage. So.
Okay, so I'm asking y'all, do y'all think they're going to have Bumpy do this? Because now he's going to want to get revenge if he finds out it was him that put that bomb in his car. What's your thoughts?
No. If they're going to get Bumpy to do it?
No, not Bumpy. Frank.
Frank.
Because he blew up the car.
Maybe possible. They could write it in there like that. Yeah, it's possible. Right now, Frank, they might use Frank for everything. So far, they didn't use Frank for a lot of stuff now. So
I meant to ask, where's Stella Daddy at? They got him sent to Miami because he was doing too much. And Columbo and Bumpy made like the deal, and then they got rid of the union guy and they got him taken out. They got Chin moved to Miami. They made him where he's not an active boss anymore. He had to fall back, and Pino really is supposed to be in charge, but he got Stella running it. The commission set Stella for okay. He gave the answer too. Okay. It was a big gap in the show when Flicks turned to MGM, I believe. Yes, it was. Hey, Daria.
Hey, Daria.
What y'all thought of this heist and him going to rob this pawn shop? Do you think this gonna come back on him?
Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean,
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think so. I mean, he went all the way downtown, and so he probably ain't gonna never show his face down there again.
Yeah, plus now he got Bumpy protection. I guess that was supposed to be the whole point, and he put himself in danger, was hurt, and came all the way back there to give Bumpy his jury. At first I was like, what the hell you doing now? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. He got the information for where, Mamie took this jury to. So I'm like, now we see what's going to make Bumpy give him a chance. Because other than that, Bumpy ain't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah. I think that's what turned over a new leaf, where he reached out the olive branch. Okay. What's y'all take on this? Okay, y'all talked about her. I didn't know she ripped up the letter.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Yeah, that pissed me off. I was like all into it, like, okay, she writing this letter, and I'm like, I guess with her hearing her boyfriend and what he was saying with his son and helping him right now, this is making her say, let me write my daddy. And I'm more into it, like, okay, girl, yes, like, I miss you, daddy, even though we may not agree. And then you write all of it to rip it up. I said, girl, why the hell did you rip it up? I was so pissed. I was yelling at the TV.
But you gonna write your daddy. And I'm sure you heard about the car bombing because they had him in the paper.
Right. And then he was stabbed up in the damn hospital. I mean, not stabbed. He had the heart attack.
Yeah, the heart
visit him.
Yeah, you ain't do none of this.
Yeah, something. You're right. She never saw her father when he was in the hospital.
Exactly. She wasn't even.
Look, I know he said that don't be around Margaret, all this stuff, but he didn't say don't come around and ever see me again.
Exactly.
He just said just keep Margaret, stay away from Margaret with that Black Panther stuff. He didn't say, like, so why she gotta distance herself from her father?
Although it was for a good reason, Bumpy should never let the mob in for a piece of the club. Well, I think they're about to be out for the piece of the club now, just for the simple fact is that Columbo's getting in trouble. He's gonna have to lay low for a minute, especially after the shenanigans he pulled. But is that Bump supposed to be Bumpy's daughter? Bumpy's daughter would have never lived uptown in a high rise to go bunk with 17 smelly ninjas on a one-bedroom matchbox.
I mean, if she believe in what she doing, she don't went from being a Muslim to joining the Panthers at the end of the day.
Look at where she was before this. Keep in mind, she was staying in
She
like the
came,
dirtiest, grimy
she
No, she
places.
was.
far.
Yeah, she was in a like a trap house type of thing.
Yeah. Look, it looked like they mad at him, and I want to see how they gonna stop him now.
They are mad at him, but at the end of the day, this backed off the daggone DA because they said your ass got to back up off him now. This is bringing publicity, and like I said, they was saying this. They was really mad, even when they was doing the Godfather. They was mad and going at that because they said y'all keep making Italians look like we ain't nothing but mobsters and mafia, and that's not what Italians is. So that's why I was like, okay, they bringing this part of the story in because they was
even though that part of the story is true, but it's real funny that he is the one who started the thing, and he is a mobster.
Yes,
you got a nerve to be you got a nerve to be starting a civil rights league, and you the one causing all the problems.
And they out there clapping.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
And that's probably standing in front of a store that he's shaking down.
Right, exactly.
So what did y'all think of this, how this ended with them having a chess lesson? That's the game of life.
I liked it because he told him chess is like the streets. And you got to be smart. You got to pay attention to the moves and the pieces you moving, and the pieces is like your family. He teaching it to him in a way that he could understand. So I was like,
he
all
had
right,
to.
now that's where we get it started at.
So now I want to see how this goes. Are we going to see him actually driving for him? What are y'all thoughts of what we could possibly see and have it line up with history? Because I like doing that.
Yeah, I just don't know how fast they're gonna go with everything. Y'all know that the biggest thing we've been trying to figure out is like how long is he gonna be working for him, right?
Right.
And is it gonna switch over to him and other? That's later down the line, like with season 4 or 5. I don't know what season we on. We on 3, right?
Mm-hmm. We on 4.
We on 4, so 5.
We on season 4. So. So do y'all think Bumpy's gonna make it to the end of the season, or you think this is gonna be the last season of Bumpy?
No, I think he's gonna make it to the end.
I think one more, at least one more season.
Okay, I just wanted to see what y'all thoughts was. On a scale from 1 to 10, what do you give the episode, Inga?
I'm gonna say an 8. Yeah, it was good. It's a good episode. Yeah, 8. Yeah, I give a good strong 8.
How about you, Tamika?
Yeah, I'm at an 8. It would have been a little bit higher if they didn't bring in Fat Joe with that.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
I want to say 8 just because of that. That's what kind of brought the number down, because he looked like he didn't belong there.
Yeah, he looked like he wearing the clothes and he just went out to Macy's and just bought it somewhere. You know what I mean? It didn't look like nothing from that time frame, The
he's a big guy like Chin. You mean to tell me they couldn't find? Oh no, he lost a lot of weight. That's right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They still could have found something in the damn wardrobe.
Well, they could have put out but back then all the men was always wearing suits back in the day. Every time we see anything of the 60s and that early times, men were dressed up. They could have put a suit on him.
Except for going towards the 70s. Remember, we in the late 60s now. So you see how he's coming in with his denim on, Frank. You see that
I don't know, he just didn't look right.
This still just felt out of place.
He still didn't look right though. He still
he should have had like one of them sweaters on, like how
even if he had on jeans and stuff, but he could have made it still look that era for that time frame.
Yeah, he looked like he didn't belong in that era.
And you was in on it with the old girl getting blown up. So I don't care nothing about Fat Joe.
Like I could tell it was Joe, not somebody from that.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. That's you get it. But
yes, I said that Pete Bronson, a suit and a hat. They could have put an afro wig, anything to make it look. He got the Beijing in his beard. Nobody was doing that back then.
Yeah. Fat Joe was a big no. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ending was Chef's Kiss. Godfather of Harlem is the legit best show out. Yes.
Yeah, I like Godfather Harlem.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know
really
people might have
enjoyed
had
this
their complaints or
episode.
whatever. I like Godfather Harlem.
Yeah, I like it
All
too.
right. So what y'all ladies got going on your channel?
Well, what? BMF starts on Friday, so I'll be since Raising Canaan is gone, I'll be replacing my Sunday recap with BMF. So
Okay.
I'll be doing that like around same time, like 4:30 on Sundays. I'll go ahead and do my recap of that crazy show. And
All right,
hopefully it's the
Tamika,
last
what you
season.
got going on?
Child, I'm trying to start doing my own recaps, but I haven't been feeling too well, so I've been, keep your notifications on. It'll be something happening somewhere down the line, and then my self care and what you should be watching will probably be on over the weekend as well. And tomorrow I think we join Nita for Forever, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, tomorrow.
That's
At
it.
6:05.
6:05. Yeah.
6:05. Yeah, Eastern time. Yeah, Nita. We'll be doing episodes. What? 5, 6.
Yes.
Yeah, 5, 6.
So come join us tomorrow if you're watching the Netflix Forever. Yeah, we got Godfather of Harlem, The Shy, and BMF.
Well, I'm not covering The Shy, but I'm gonna do the BMF.
She might come through and rant. It depends.
I ain't even seen the last episode. I heard people complain about it though. So
I put up a couple of shorts, y'all. So maybe y'all want to check that out.
I saw that. I saw you had put some. I said, Lord have mercy.
There's actually a lot coming out in June, so make sure y'all come through for what you should be watching. I'm going to be telling y'all all the stuff that's coming out in June. We got quite a few things, and we got I'm trying to find out what channel is on, but what is it called? Sinners is out digital now, so maybe we'll do a watch party in the Discord of Sinners. I don't know.
Yeah. It's out on Prime now. Yeah, Prime Video. You got to pay for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless somebody got the hookup, you know what I'm saying? Holler if you hear me. Right. Got the hookup. Yes, the Shy has been a struggle. That's why I can't get into it. I saw 1 or 2 episodes. I said, "Oh, I can't watch this. It's getting on my nerve." So, yeah. In June. I hope it's on your list for June, Tamika. That what's my show? That I'm going back and recap the last one. What is it? Squid Game.
Oh yeah,
and Gen Z come out too. Gen Z is getting ready to come out too. So I don't know if y'all watched that.
Yeah, that's my show.
I ain't never looked at that.
Also, The Boys. Remember, I did a whole season. We talked about it in the whole. Hopefully, if I'm gonna see how my schedule runs. I can't promise y'all anything. Maybe I could do some recaps. We'll see. All right.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that Squid Game. I think it's coming. I don't forget what date. I gotta look it up.
I know it's in June.
Because we did the last one. Me, Tamika, and Torian. I don't think you was there.
I think I was away.
You were away, yeah. But you can join us on this last one. We gotta wrap it up.
Absolutely, it's definitely on the line of Raising Canaan as far as the acting and why to be right in Forest Wardrobe is the top of the line.
They do good with the wardrobe on Harlem. Yeah,
I love
the wardrobe, the music, all of it.
Music, yes.
Yeah,
that's why I don't understand how they missed the mark with Fat Joe. He probably was one of those type of people be like, I probably look better than this.
And you know what they missing the mark? They missing the mark on the marketing. They're not really pushing the show.
No, they not.
A lot of people not.
That's what I said. Not enough people is talking about it for me. This show was excellent.
Do I think Big Meech gonna make an appearance on BMF? No. Not if 50 and him is getting along. No. Not getting along, no. But
They already taped it before he even got out of jail.
That was before he got out. And the money was already spent because that's why that started.
Right.
All right.
Oh, Dexter's coming back too.
Yeah, Dexter's coming back. Duster on Max is good, and something else that I enjoyed, y'all.
Yeah, I was watching that too.
Was Mobland. I really enjoyed that. I don't know how many people was watching that, but that's a good one.
I'm still behind.
Check it out.
Covering it though. All right, so we're about to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. She said BMF gets on.
Yeah, you get on my nerves too. I'm gonna watch that.
I'm gonna still be up there cursing them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna curse them out. Yeah, I'll be able because last season really worked my nerves. So
yeah. Okay, so I want to thank everybody for coming through. Thank Tika B, Tara, Deshay, Flex, P. Bronson. Let me put my glasses on, y'all.
Oh yeah, please follow all of us. Thank you.
Yeah, if you everybody's link is in the description. Please follow and make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe and hit all notifications so y'all can see everything we do. Thank you for coming out. Thanks Antoine for coming through. God bless and having a good night. Later, Daria. And
bye.
Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl.